Hey guys, welcome back. So today I've got part 2 of my Makeup Geek haul and review for you. So today is going to be blushes, some pigments, and a liner. And then my part 1 was all eyeshadows. So if you want to see that video, I will link it down below for you. But today is going to be those other products. So I'm going to show you swatches and just kind of give you my overall thoughts and review on these products. So let's jump in. Okay, first I want to start with the liner because I just got one. This is the gel liner in Immortal, and they describe it as a true intense black color with a matte finish. And I wanted to just get this one first because I wanted to try out the formula and see if I really liked it before I dove into any other colors. So you can see it's very, very black, and it's definitely a matte finish, which can be sometimes kind of hard to find in liners. It is very, very intensely pigmented. You can see it has a lot of black pigment there, so it's really, really a pretty nice, rich color. It's an interesting formula. It's very dry. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something more like the Inglot gel liner, and this is definitely drier than that. But I think that's kind of what makes it slightly more long wearing. This is just my guess. Maybe that's what helps it be so long wearing. And definitely it's hard to find a matte finish liner. So I think it's a nice one. I'm still not sure that I'm in love with it yet. I was just expecting it to be a little bit creamier. I have to kind of build it a little bit because it's a drier formula. But I think that I will fall in love with it more because it's so long wearing. So just wanted to show you that one. So next I'm going to show you the pigments, and I just purchased one pigment with this haul, but I did already own 2 pigments from her line. That's the only products I own from Makeup Geek before this big haul. And it is Insomnia and Utopia are the colors that I own. But I want to go ahead and show you in this haul just so you can see all of the products that I own from Makeup Geek, at least at this point in time, so you can see swatches of everything. So the one that I ordered with this haul was Birthday Wish, and it came with a really nice sifter. I didn't get the sifters with the other ones, so this one is definitely easier to use. They describe this color as a shimmery light gold peach. Let me get a swatch for you. Okay, so here it is swatched. So on this side is dry, and this side I wet it with a little bit of Max Fix Plus so you can see what it looks like when you wet it. I mean, it's beautiful both ways, but man, wet, it is like crazy metallic and reflective. Such a pretty peachy color. You know, pigments are high maintenance to use, but they're just beautiful on the lid and just, they're so interesting looking. That's why I love pigments. I don't use them every day because they are a little more high maintenance, but they're fun for something different and just a special occasion. So I think this one is such a pretty peachy shade. Okay, next is Insomnia. So I wanted to try to show you in the container, but I don't have a sifter, so things could get crazy if I try to lean it anymore. So I wanted to give you just a little peek. But here it is swatched. This one is dry, and this one is with Fix Plus. So you can see it is such a cool, unique shade. It's very similar to MAC's Blue Brown Pigment, so it's not unique in that it doesn't have very similar dupes, but it's just a unique shade in general, that it's just a very cool, different sort of a color. It has some kind of rusty, sort of orangey brown shades in it. It's got some red in it. It's got some blue. It's got some green. Almost some like kind of eggplant purple flashing to it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I love this color. You put this on your lid with a little bit of a transition shade in your crease and you are good to go. Completed look that is so beautiful. So that one is Insomnia. And then finally I have Utopia, so you can see it in the container there. This is definitely a cult favorite. Everybody talks about Utopia, and there's good reason. So here it is dry. So you can see dry, it's more like kind of a glitter or something that would be good for a topper. But then when you wet it, oh my gosh, it's just incredible. I mean, it looks, look what it did to my finger. I mean, it's just like, oh, it's so pretty. It's got like antique gold and black and almost slightly kind of olivey green to it. It is so neat. And I know some people kind of hate this pigment because it's very kind of gritty and it's a little bit challenging to work with. But if you use a sticky base, if you wet your brush, some kind of like a glitter glue or something like that, it's incredible. It just takes a little bit of working with, but the effect once you get it on your eyes is so pretty. I mean, this is a party eye. That is totally what it is. I absolutely love this pigment, but it does take a little bit of getting used to because it's a slightly different formula. Okay, so now onto the blushes. So I got 5 different shades, and I kind of went with the more sort of like sweet pinks and kind of the peachy shades, and then this one's just kind of a nice like go with everything sort of color. So I'm gonna show you swatches now. Okay, first we've got First Love, and this is described as a soft, pale ballerina pink, and it absolutely is. It is just such a sweet, light baby pink. Oh my gosh, it is perfect. Kind of like Illamasquu's Katie. This is definitely for lighter skin tones. This will look very ashy and just kind of strange on darker skin tones, but on lighter skin tones, just sweet ballerina cheeks. I mean, that's the perfect way to describe it. It is so, so cute. This is Honeymoon, and they describe it as a light pink with mauve undertones and silver flecks. And that's a great description because it is a light, sweet pink, but it does have those mauve undertones, so it's very wearable, and it's a really nice, versatile shade that's gonna go with a bunch of different eye looks, a bunch of different makeup looks, and I just really love that they added in those kind of mauves and just very neutral undertones. Almost has a little bit of nude in it as well, so it's just very wearable. So I'm finding myself grabbing for this one a lot. I do see that kind of silver flecks, but it's not like you have glitter face or anything like that. It just gives you a nice, beautiful kind of a glow. So I really love this one. Then we have Smitten, and this one is described as a pale, creamy apricot. And I had this one on my list for sure when her blushes first came out because I feel like it's just such a unique shade. It's a really light, orangey kind of a peachy shade, but somehow it just works on the cheeks. I've worn this one several times and it is very wearable. It just is a different kind of blush. I love how it's more of that apricot kind of color and almost slightly like a yellowy orange, which you think would not work, but it works really well. And it is a matte, so you can go very, very light-handed with it, or you can build it up more, so it's a really nice, interesting shade. This one is Romance, and they describe it as a soft rose with gold shimmer, and I am wearing this on my cheeks today, and it might be my favorite. It is just such a pretty, rosy shade. It reminds me a lot of NARS's Orgasm, but just a lot more wearable because it's not quite as gold and reflective, but it still has a really beautiful glow to it. So I just feel like it's easier to wear than Orgasm is. And I just love this one. I mean, the formula is so creamy and buttery, so easy to use and blend, very pigmented, so you don't need a lot, but it's just beautiful. And then finally is Spellbound. They describe it as a light tan with salmon undertones. I don't really know where they get tan. I see a mid-tone pink, kind of a mauvey pink. I do see the salmon undertones, but it's definitely more mauvey pink, just a mid-tone, easy, gonna go with everything kind of pink. It's gonna work on a lot of different skin tones. It's very buttery, very pigmented, blends like a dream, really easy to work with. I think this is definitely gonna be a go-to kind of shade. As far as the formula goes on these products, the pigments, I really, really love those. I think they're just so richly packed with color. I think they're easy to work with. Utopia takes a little bit of a different technique, but it's such a fun, unique color. I still just love that one. I do really like that they give the sifters now. I think that just makes it so much easier to use, so I really like that addition that they did. The liner, you know, it's just a different formula. It's a little bit drier than I'm used to using, so I'm gonna play with this one more, but I do love how long wearing it is. I mean, it really sticks around and it's very matte, so I do like this. It's just a little bit different than what I'm used to using. The blushes, oh my goodness, I love these. They are so pretty, so pigmented, and they're very, very pigmented, but they're not like difficult to blend kind of pigmented. You know what I mean? Where you're really having to dig your brush in to get it to blend out and look natural. These are so buttery that they just blend effortlessly, and you don't need a lot of product, so you're gonna have them for forever. So I love the blushes, definitely want more. I'm a total makeup geek addict now. I admit it. I love all the products that I've tried from her line, and I think it's just incredible makeup. Alright guys, so that was part 2 of my Makeup Geek haul and review video. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what your favorite pigments, blushes, or liners are from Makeup Geek, because I want to add them to my want list because I'm loving her stuff and I definitely want to try more of her products. So let me know that down below. Ask me any questions you have. I'm always happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!